The Rush, sponsored by State Farm.
Welcome to this week's edition of The Rush. As always, I'm Danny Frey. In this episode, we bring you the Glenwood boys basketball team battling Springfield High, the individual wrestling sectional, broken down by senior Sam Butler, the girls basketball team's regional semifinal against Lincoln, GBA, and other exclusive Rush features. But right now, let's get the show underway. And Titan Junior forward Daniel Helm is here on set to serve as a guest anchor for these Glenwood and Springfield highlights. Daniel, thanks for coming on.
Oh, it's not a problem. Thanks for having me.
So, back last Friday against Springfield High, a team that was struggling, only about 3 wins on the season. What were you guys expecting from the Senators?
Well, first time we played them, it was pretty tough. We were hoping to get Peyton out there, but he's still recovering. But we knew we were in for a game.
All right, let's take a look at that game, the Titans and the Senators. There's Peyton, who was there actually in uniform for this one. Again, the crowd, really big crowd for this game. That doesn't really help you?
Yeah, it's nice to see Peyton out there, and it's nice to have that big crowd. It helps all the time. So.
Scoring struggle early. It was 1-1 halfway through until Miles was able to draw the foul, count the basket, and then Miles drains the 3. He was on, had 17, hits a 3 there from the top of the key.
Oh, yeah, he was on the whole first quarter. I remember I hit him on the wing. I think at the end of the first, he just drained that 3. So.
Well, that'll come up after this Isaiah Nelson 3. He was able to answer. You hit him on the wing, and then Miles drains the 3. 10-7 Glenwood at the end of the first because Isaiah Nelson would drain a half-court shot.
Right. Isaiah Nelson's a great player. I mean, he does it all.
And he was able to do that. But look at this, Cole Harper to Miles. He'll bank it in off the glass. Nice pass from Cole there.
Yeah, that was a picture-perfect pass. A lot better than mine later on.
The Titans, we'll see that a little later on, and the Titans dominated in the second half because Craig Fuchs was able to muscle down inside the senior center for you guys.
Yeah, Craig finally got in a rhythm. That was really nice. So.
29-16, Titans ahead at the break, but Avery Pearl, number 11 for Springfield High, they were able to get your number in the second half, cut the Titans lead down to 7 at the end of 3 because Robert Stevens there with a nice hook shot.
Yes.
They were able to get inside.
Stevens was playing really well, so.
But you were able to answer with a little hook shot of your own there off the glass.
Hey, whatever I can get, I try to take, so.
Nelson was still on. He had a game-high 19. What was Coach saying to try and stop him?
I mean, we weren't supposed to let him in the lane, but contest every shot. He's just a great player, and it's hard to guard him.
Not just Connor Jacobs. He was able to hit a 3 as well. Little pass, a little too long there. Miles able to bail you out to Cole Harper.
Yeah, great play by Miles, and then Cole made the basket. So.
Titans go on to win 46-40. Nelson with 19. Miles added 17 for the Titans. Let's hear some post-game sound.
My team just got me open shots tonight. Cole, Craig, Dan, everybody. They're just facilitating the game, and it makes it easy on me, just like shooting in the gym, you know?
Oh, we just guarded. That's all there is to it. I mean, that's the only way we're going to win is guarding teams.
We believe we can make a nice run here at the end. Peyton's going to come back here probably next week. He wants to see significant time, probably till the regionals, but we're getting ready, and we think that we got a good shot to make a run.
Now, Miles talked about making a run in the postseason. You guys are seeded 4th in the Jacksonville Regional, which has 6 CSA teams. Hard region. You guys have to open up against Lanphier on the 25th. And where you guys, first you got Taylorville tonight, and then you have to go in Southeast the next Friday night. How do you think those games are going to prepare you for a run to regionals?
Well, I mean, Taylorville's pretty tough. They're a lot better this year than they were last year.
Only 1 win last year, much better.
Yeah, much better. So we're going to have to play a good game against them. We're hoping we can get Peyton to kind of start getting in the flow of things. And then Southeast would be a great tune-up to kind of tell where we're actually at because they're a great team. So.
Yeah, and a good preparation for Lanphier, but tough regional. Southeast getting the number 1 seed. If the Titans would win, you guys would have to play Southeast.
Yeah.
There, and that just explains how hard that regional is.
Absolutely. 6 CS8 teams. I think most of them are over 500, if I'm right.
Yes, because Lanphier will most likely end up being over 500, and Rochester would end up being the last seed there at the 6th seed. Well, Daniel, thanks for coming on, giving us a preview and going over these Springfield High highlights.
Oh, not a problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks, Daniel. And the Titans travel to Taylorville tonight to face the pesky Taylorville Tornadoes at 7:45. Right now, we'll take a quick timeout and be right back with Glenwood state-bound wrestler Sam Butler, who's here to go over the Mattoon sectional. That's next. Stay tuned. Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, that Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Aaron, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
Or
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Welcome back to The Rush, and Glenwood sent 7 wrestlers to the Class 2A Mattoon sectional. One of those wrestlers qualified for state, and he is sitting right next to me. Here is Sam Butler to break down his match and a couple other the wrestlebacks in Mattoon. Sam, thanks for coming on.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
And you've had a record-breaking senior season. You have 145 wins, is that right?
Yeah, 145.
In Glenwood history, and that is a Glenwood record, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
But what did you want to do heading into your senior year, and now that it's at a close and heading into state?
Really, my goal for this year is to win a state title, and it's still the goal. And I thought it would also be nice to break the wins record, win a Geneseo invite, 4th regional title, 3rd sectional title, and so far I've done well with that.
Bringing in a lot of hardware, and let's see how it did. Looking for your 3rd straight sectional title in Mattoon. So here, going to start out though with J.D. Rush. He's in a wrestleback. What exactly is that against Muhammad Simon?
Wrestlebacks when you lose in the championship bracket and you fall back into the losers bracket to go for 3rd or 4th, and that's what a wrestleback is.
He was able to win this match 13-6, but describe what he was trying to do, able to grind this one out.
It looks like he's doing a good job here, riding, covering the hips, and stalling out, and there he gets the win.
JD wins. Fighter was not able to get back or make it to state. Nick Courtney here going by tech fall, and just really just abuses people when he wrestles, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did a good job here and working his turns and his pins, and he really kept going. And that's the thing with him and JD Rush is they both work really hard in the off season and they have great endurance.
Able to get a couple more points there. He won by a tech fall against Kipling Jackson, but again, not able to make it. Now here's your match, semifinal against Cahokia. Describe what you're trying to do in this match, really.
Yeah, you saw me give him the first 2 takedowns there, and then here I got the 2nd takedown, and I threw in a crab ride and put him to his back, and this was a big point in the match for me because I was tied 4-4, and this definitely gave me the lead with I think maybe 5 or 6 seconds left, so it was a big part of that.
You were able to carry on that momentum too and end up coming away with it 10-4, just able really to wear him out, which is something you've done all year.
Yeah, I mean, and I knew scouting him going into the match that he really dies around the 2nd period. He gets exhausted because he cuts a lot of weight, so that's pretty good.
You won that one, and then over here, this is a 5-2 win for you. Against Triads, Kowaisaki, just a sophomore, and at 106 he got 4th at state.
Yeah, he's a real tough kid, especially for a sophomore, and he actually wrestles a lot like me. And he did a good job pushing the pace, and I needed to attack more, but like here, he was attacking, and I ended up scoring off my scrambles, which I got to continue to do at state.
It was able to go right to the end. It was really close, and what's going through your mind in a close match like that?
Well, I got hit with a stalling in the 3rd period to give up a point. So I was up 3-2, only by 1, and really what I wanted to do was keep attacking but not get scored on at the same time. So, keep my head level low, keep attacking at the legs, and I just ended up getting lucky on a scramble.
Now, you're the only Glenwood wrestler able to advance to state. This is a third straight time you've been able to make it there. Other than the capture of state title, how are you feeling heading into tonight, the second night of wrestling at U of I?
I feel really good. I felt like the week of practice has prepared me pretty well for tonight, and I'm excited to go out there and wrestle. I think I'll have the #1 ranked kid, so
big challenge right out.
Yeah, and if I want to win a state title, I got to beat him anyway, so might as well just go out there and give it my all.
All right, thanks, Sam, for coming on. And individual state wrestling started yesterday, continues tonight and Saturday at the Assembly Hall in Champaign. It's time for another quick break, but we'll be right back with girls basketball's regional semifinal, GBA and Eric's basketball picks. Stay tuned.
Kids, the breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
Alright, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Well, Mr. Raji, we could save you hundreds by doing a discount double check.
Not you too, Raji. You're on my team. You know that's my move.
The discount double check?
No, that's my touchdown dance, man.
Here we go again. Sir, you're not even doing it right. Raji, drop it.
Show me what you got, Raji.
What is this?
Come on now. You said you were a dancer.
Where you going, buddy? Come on back.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
The Glenwood girls basketball team earned the #1 seed in the Class 3A Rochester Regional, and their first opponent was conference foe Lincoln, the Lincoln Lady Railers. Let's take a look at the highlights here. We'll pick this up in the second quarter because at the end of one, it was 4-2 Lady Titans. They only shot 10% from the field in the first quarter. Maddie Lawrence hit a baseline jumper, and then Nikki Hogan stops and pops from right of the circle. And the Titans would go on a 22-0 run in the second quarter until senior guard for Lincoln, Alyssa Stevenson, drains a three to make it 26-7 GHS. Stevenson will get another easy layup at halftime. It was 30-9. The Titans were all over, and then Kelly Graves picking right back where the Titans left off with that little floater. Now Graves going to find Morgan Justison, who cracked the starting lineup for the first time, I believe, and she was able to knock down that jumper, able to hit. That's Maggie Julin hitting the jumper there. She had a dozen points in this contest, leading the Lady Titans. Here's Justison again. She had 10 points for the second straight time. Hogan, a nice drive into the lane. And then the all-time leading rebounder in Glenwood girls history, Elena Bish, able to make the putback. Titans roll 51-24 over Lincoln. Move on to the championship game of the regional. Let's see what Coach Crossland thought.
Our defensive intensity picked up. That's what we talked to them after the first quarter is we really needed to play better defense. We weren't playing like we were capable. And once we really put the screws down on them, then, they started turning the ball over. We got out in transition. We were able to fill it up a little bit. I like where we are. We're playing well. Things are starting to come together at the right time. We've had a couple good games in a row. So,
Highlights of the regional championship game against Rochester last night will be on the First Five next week. Glenwood boys swimming and diving had a tune-up meet for sectionals last Saturday at Eisenhower Pool against O'Fallon and SHG. O'Fallon ended up taking first place. Titans ended up taking third. SHG has really improved over the year, ends up finishing second. The swimming sectional begins Saturday at 1 at Eisenhower Pool. Last Sunday during GBA action, Team Morgan put up triple digits while Team McCollum muscled out a win. Let's check out the highlights, starting out with Lee versus Morgan. Right off the bat, you got Blake Morgan, the team captain, able to bank it in. Team Lee trying to answer. And there's a 3, but then Morgan, a nice little floater, not quite. Putback is good by Nick Rouse. And Team Lee, okay, what can we do here so we don't give up triple digits? That wouldn't happen. Isaac Byer, who's an outside shooter, he drains a baseline J there. And again, Morgan, a nice dish inside leads to a Kendall layup. And then this hook shot, short, battling for the basketball. Nick Sims with the putback. And then there's a 3 from Nick Rouse again, usually the leading scorer. Vidur Radharaman and Team Lee, okay, how's it gonna go? And then Rouse to Morgan. He's a big Kobe Bryant fan, shooting like Kobe right there with a 3 from the left wing. And again, making an easy drive to the basket. Again is Blake Hardnett. And inside, little floater will fall for Kendall. And then baseline jumper for Blake Hardnett. Final score, Team Morgan put up all Team Morgan in the highlights. Rouse had 42, Hardnett had 22, 106-48 win for Team Morgan. And now let's take a look at how Team McCollum and Team McQuett, they battled in the East Gym at the same time. Starting out, Team McQuett got off to a good start. Connor A. Heron, varsity baseball player, gets as the team captain Anthony McQuett for the layup. And now Team McCollum, Colin Butts, nice move and a baseline jumper. He played basketball his freshman year, I believe, also known as Sunny Days too, if you want to check him out on iTunes. Here's a flip to Colton Purse, Anthony McQuett. I know that was an alley-oop, but able to flip it to Colton Purse for 2. A. Heron again dishing it inside to Rocky Morse, kick and punt returner and wide receiver for the Titan football team. And once again, here's Butts, gets it into Barry McCollum, the team captain, big Purdue Boilermaker fan. He gets the floater. In the second half, though, Team McCollum was able to cruise along with Colin Butts, count the basket, and won. Final score, McQuett able to lose to McCollum by 6, 45-39, Purse with 9, Morse with 7. The final regular season week of GBA kicks off this Sunday at 1 o'clock. Last week in Eric's inaugural edition of his basketball picks, he successfully picked his upset with Wisconsin knocking off Michigan in dramatic fashion. Now, let's see what Eric has in store this week.
Hello guys, welcome to my week 2 basketball picks. My first game is Miami at Clemson. I think Miami is red hot right now. They have won 10 in a row against the ACC, and I think Clemson will be their next victim. And the next game is another ACC game, Virginia at North Carolina. I love what Virginia's doing. They've played very well, and they've already beaten North Carolina once, and North Carolina can't compete with the top teams. My next game, we go with the Big East play. We got UConn versus Villanova. It's going to be a tight game. Both teams have played well. UConn's won 4 out of 5. Villanova's won 3 out of 5. But one of the teams that Villanova lost to that UConn beat was Providence. Is lousy. And by the way, for my upset, I got Providence beating Notre Dame. Notre Dame will not be focused, and they've lost to teams that are not as superior to them.
Notre Dame just had that dramatic 5 overtime win against Louisville, but hey, he's able to get another one. Now let's take our last commercial break of the day. We'll be right back with the top 3 weekly debate with Jacksonville's Jared Lamb and Coach Rourke. Stay right there. Not again, right? Show choir. Now we'll be right back to the weekly debate. I don't know what we were supposed to do. Hey, thanks, guys. That Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top Walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, That Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Kids, the breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
Alright, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Aaron, I was able to save you hundreds.
Yeah, discount double check, I know. I'm kind of over that move.
So are we.
What?
It's a little, soft.
No, it isn't.
It
Yeah, it is. They wanted something with a little
Like what?
Do it with me. Ready? Discount, double check. I like it. It's terrifying. Right?
Matthews.
What's up, dude? He plays football professionally.
Save big with a discount double check, only from State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
With sports this week, I'm Eric Burklow. Let's start the thing. Number 3, the guy. Glenwood made 3 threes. Made 3 threes from. Oh my God. Number 2, we got wrestling Sam Butler. Sam Butler with the pin and all that. Matt Toon, Sam Butler wins his 3rd sectional title by a 5-2. And the top play of the week, Daniel Helm throws it in, saves it back to Miles McGowan, which led to capping off 46-40 with sending back for Danny with the weekly debate.
Is it recording? Good job, Eric. And now back on the set, welcoming 2 special guests from the CS8 meeting this week. The athletic director at Jacksonville, Mr. Jared Lamb, and of course the AD and head football coach here at Glenwood, Coach Rourke. Guys, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
After discussing some key CS8 stuff, and now we're ready to discuss a little less serious, but some stuff here on the debate. First question, we're going to Coach Rourke and then go down to AD Lamb. And is having Super Bowl 48. They're going to have it at the Meadowlands in New York, outside. They don't have an indoor facility. Might be a good idea to watch, but to actually play it in those conditions.
Yeah.
Coach will start.
Well, it won't change. It won't change my life. I mean, I'm gonna sit down at the KC Hall. I watch the Super Bowl at the KC Hall every year. That's where I'm gonna watch it this year. It's nice and warm down there. I get a seat right in front of the TV, but it's gonna be cold, man. And the Super Bowl is kind of an event. You know, it's an event where they do a lot of different stuff, and it's supposed to be, you know, a whole week thing. I mean, they could have snow like crazy. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Tailgating should be awfully funny.
If they even decide to go and stay with it. Yep. Mr. Lamb, we'll go down to you. What do you think about this?
I'm hoping it's going to be a warm week because, you know, January, I've been up in New York City.
Well, they just got that blizzard going on around
right.
there now.
I can imagine playing there at this time. But I think you know, football guys will they'll be able to handle it. They're used to those cold games. It'll be like Coach Rourke said, it'll be the fans that will be the people that may have to suffer through the cold weather.
Yeah, and it's like, if you're offered a ticket to this Super Bowl, would you take it, or would you have to say,
I'd take it. You offering? I'd take it if I was offered.
Maybe just to say you were there for like the coldest Super Bowl ever. Well, now we'll move on to basketball side of things. Illini men are really starting to get it going after losing to Purdue and Northwestern. They just came off knocking off number 1 on the layup there by Tyler Griffin, and they beat Minnesota too. A little early right now, but do you think they have the resume to make it to the NCAA's? We'll start with you, Coach.
Well, I don't know about if they do yet, but they've beaten some really good teams. And the Indiana win was huge, and boy, did that do wonders for their spirits.
I mean, they also beat Ohio State early on in the win
Gonzaga.
over Butler. Yeah, Gonzaga too.
They seem to beat those teams that are ranked, and then they play Northwestern or
they lose to the bad teams, win against the good
Penn
teams.
State. Yeah. So I mean. But I think they're going to have to continue to win. I think that they've got Purdue tonight. They got to beat Purdue. They got Northwestern this weekend, I think.
Yes.
They've got to win. So I think if they continue to win the games they should win, I think they're going to be okay.
And now, Mr. Lane, how do you think the Illini are starting to click right now?
Yeah, I was at that game Thursday. I got season tickets, so I was third row. And
wow, it must have been crazy seeing the crowd going mob afterwards.
I saw Tyler right there, catch that ball. And
Zeller just didn't move on that.
Yeah, didn't move, and the shot went up, and he kind of hesitated to a fault, but then I think he thought the clock was going to run out, so he popped that shot up, just real gentle off the glass, and it went in. But the Orange Crush went crazy, which was pretty exciting for an Illini fan. But I think if they can get the wins that they need to get, they'll get in. And like Dickie V said, that if there's 64 teams better than Illinois out there, then we're going to have a pretty good March Madness.
There could be. It'll be one of the teams that a team doesn't want to play.
That's
right. Sort of like a bracket buster there.
You bet.
Now, MLB, you have different HGH things coming up. You just recently, I guess a month or two ago, they had the Hall of Fame voting, and only nobody made it. Craig Biggio was the close of 68%, and nobody, because obviously this was the first one where we had all of the guys, Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, Rafael Palmeiro, Sammy Sosa, the list goes on. Will the MLB ever turn away from this dark period, the steroid era, or will they eventually just let them all in? What do you think, Coach?
It's hard to say, and I'd have a hard time doing it. I grew up a baseball fan and watched these guys, and anybody who would turn on a 1975 All-Star game. I mean, these guys are all 175, 185. Big guys were 210 pounds. Now they're huge. I mean, it's obvious the home run output is ridiculous today, and the game has changed. It's a home run hitting game now. Whitey ball is long gone.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. I don't think that for my era. No, we'll never be able to say, that's fine, just let them in.
There is something, though, that they did to help baseball with Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. Baseball sort of dwindling there in the 90s, and when you had like the home run derby there at Fenway Park, it really sort of energized baseball back up to where it was really on the national level again. But Mr. Lamb, do you think there's a solution to this?
Well, I was around in '98 when they had the battle between Sosa and McGwire.
Yeah.
I know you were around, right?
I was around, all right.
But that rejuvenated baseball. I think that was a time where everybody enjoyed coming out and watching those black guys smash balls around. But I think it is tainted. I would want to make sure that those guys, I think they were all trying to be on an equal playing level, and if they were all juicing, obviously that's unfair. But I wouldn't think people are going to vote these guys in.
The highest one in voting, I believe, was Roger Clemens, around 30%, because he did not. He won the trial and obviously won that perjury case. But we'll go back to football and this is the last question here. Michael Vick recently re-signed with the Eagles. Eagles brought in Oregon head coach Chip Kelly to replace Andy Reid. And Michael Vick is going to be battling a sophomore quarterback there, Nick Foles from Arizona. Is Michael Vick going to win that battle and return to prominence in the NFL? Coach, start with you.
I say yes. I say the hire of Chip Kelly is the best thing that could ever happen to Michael Vick. I think that his style of play is gonna. Now, is he gonna? It's an injury thing. I mean, with that
he takes
style,
a lot of hard hits.
Right, and with that, and he's a hard-headed guy. He's a heavy competitor, and he doesn't like to go down. Him and RG3 are that same style. San Francisco. Kaepernick.
Close enough.
Close enough for an old guy. But I think that bringing in Chip Kelly is going to help him. It's going to be his style of play. Very athletic quarterback, and we'll see. But I think it looks good for him.
What do you think?
Well, quarterbacks are a premium in the NFL, and he's had some experience and had a high level of success.
Because this question came up. When he came back from the whole, when he was in prison, he came back and he was just phenomenal. Yeah. And not the first year back, but the second year back, he was just great. So years are coming up on him.
Sure. No, I think he has the tools, obviously, to succeed in a program with Chip Kelly under the helm.
I think Chip Kelly definitely fits in. We have the Oregon quarterbacks, definitely better than Nick Foles there because he's more of a pocket passer there, and that's not really what Chip Kelly rolls with. Well, guys, thanks for coming on, and thanks for coming on the debate here.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for this episode of The Rush. The basketball game tonight is on the road at Taylorville at 7:45. Also, state wrestling is over the weekend at U of I, which would be tonight and tomorrow as well. Also, to support Sam Butler there at U of I, swimming sectionals are tomorrow at Eisenhower Pool, and the Rush is off next week due to the short week, but we'll pick things back up on February 29th. Okay, that's it. We gone.
Good job.